like that there's something about those guys that are used to taking guys out in the first round. There's something about those guys.
A lot of these like daggy Muslim dudes, they like.
You know, I'm not like regular fighters. Like after fight, I take 1 month. Like next day after the fight, we still training. We went to the gym every day. That's why. But 1 year I didn't have 2019, I think, because many things happened. Our coach died and Corona, all this stuff.
And I'll do everything I can to make it possible and make that happen. And I love to fight. There's nothing more I love in this world than fighting, and I'm living my dream right now, fighting the best guys in the world. I have taken, on short notice, the toughest opponents in the world and the biggest killers in the division. And when I become the champion, I will still maintain that, because that is the champion mentality. It doesn't matter who, it doesn't matter when. I want to prove I'm the best against everyone.
Joe Rogan couldn't believe what he just heard. UFC 330 Media Day went completely off the rails as the trash talk got way too real. This beef just hit a whole new level.
Yeah, man, he was cracking me up.
I can't wait till fight week. How well does he do next week?
Boy, we're going to find out. We're really going to find out what's going on if it gets into the second and third rounds. That's when we're really going to find out.
We'll know.
We'll know immediately.
At that point.
But I mean, whether or not he can really fight for 5 rounds. Like against a
don't
guy
know
with
if he can, man.
With a great gas tank.
Yeah.
Max says,
After 5 years of tearing your body up.
it's you don't know, right? Because it's all in a vacuum. Like there's some training footage of him beating guys up that you've seen.
Brendan Shaw believes Media Day exposed the real game plan. If Islam keeps the fight standing, Garry has a chance. But once grappling enters the picture, everything changes.
We know he's at a deficit when it comes to the stand-up. If I told you Islam's not going to shoot, they have to stand the feet. If those were the rules, JDM's going to win this fight. That's his easiest path to victory. It's actually his only path to victory. So Islam goes, okay, that's the only way he can win. And I think it should be said too is last week and also previous when this fight was announced, I go, damn.
Ian Garry says Islam is too predictable, claiming he's faster, more technical, and ready to outclass him everywhere inside the octagon.
I'm faster. I'm more talented. I'm more technical than this guy is. This guy's a one-trick pony. He's got a left hand, he's got a left knee, and he's got a left leg. They're all on one side. I've got everything I need. I can beat him everywhere for every second of this fight, and that's my...
Islam says every opponent talks about stopping his wrestling until they actually feel his pressure and realize why nobody escapes his game.
And I told you, all the fighters say I'm gonna defend his wrestling, like if he take me down, I'm gonna go up. But when fight is happening, when I take down my opponent, they all feel my power and they all tap, you know. That's why. This is not because I'm good, because I training all my life, you know, that's why.
The words may have stolen the headlines, but the body language told an even bigger story about how confident both fighters really are.
He looked completely different on fight night than he did when he was fighting. I think this is just a natural thing to expect when a lad is moving up from 155 up to a new division. He has to make up for it somehow, and it was going to have to be size. It's not like he can just add 3 inches of height to his size in general, you know what I mean? But definitely substantial man. There's no doubt about that.
You guys are...
The words may have stolen the headlines, but the body language told an even bigger story about how confident both fighters really are.
Number one focus is skinny twig. This is Ian Garry. This is our main focus, you know. This guy talk a lot, you know, and we have to focus on him because every opponent we fight, or Islam fight, or anyone fight, we have them take him seriously, even if they're not a serious guy. I don't think he's a serious man.
Chael says beating Garry alone won't crown Islam the GOAT, but a dominant win across 2 divisions could completely change that conversation.
Make you the GOAT. That's not my opinion. If they did, then whoever is currently holding that record that Islam just tied and is trying to beat, you guys would consider the GOAT. So it's not something that you've taken into consideration, or you would have already brought that up, but I will share this with you. If he's doing it at 2 different weight classes, that means something. That means more. It's a very interesting concept, and I don't know that we can say it ahead of the fight. But is there ways that this fight could play out that would then lead us to believe that Islam's the GOAT? Maybe. If Islam was to go out there and dominate.
Michael Bisping says Islam brings the elite resume, while Garry brings the hype, making this one of the biggest fights fans could ask for.
So his record is better, his resume is great, and he's finished everybody, right? Ian Garry's making noise. Ian Garry's what fight promoters want. Promoters want someone that's going to talk shit, somebody that's going to sell the fight, and this would be a...
Leon Edwards believes Islam Makhachev and Ian Garry could surprise everyone with a technical striking battle, as both fighters carefully look for range before committing to big shots.
It's interesting, right? Because I feel like it might be like a little fencing fight where they're both like trying to find range. They want to, could both sit like kind of car punches. So I don't know whether or not it's one of them boring fights. So they're both trying to find range and nobody wants to commit first, you know. Or a nice striking clinic, probably. I'm interested to see it. You know, I've been thinking about like how would they approach it, but they're both similar, both lengthy strikers, kickboxers kind of style.
Joe Rogan believes challenging Islam Makhachev without the right preparation is one of the biggest mistakes a fighter can make. He says Islam is so complete that taking him on with limited time is simply too risky, especially when he's considered one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Rogan explains that one decision like that can completely change a fighter's career. His message is clear. Facing Islam requires full preparation because he's dangerous in every area of MMA.
Yeah, I think that was his biggest mistake, right?
Huge mistake.
You just want to do
two mistakes. One, you don't fight Islam on 10 days' notice. You just can't. That just doesn't make any sense. That's crazy. He's so hard to beat. He's so good. If he's not the best, it's you and him for the best, pound for pound, and you're gonna risk that on 10 days. That's crazy. And that again changes the course of his career, right?
That's wild, right?
Imagine if he doesn't take that fight. He says, I can't, I'm ready for...
Daniel Cormier says Islam Makhachev carries many of the same dominant grappling qualities that made Khabib Nurmagomedov legendary, but with one major difference. His striking has reached another level. DC believes Islam's ability to control opponents on the ground, combined with his improved stand-up, makes him even more dangerous in certain situations. That complete skill set is why many now place Islam among the greatest fighters in the sport and believe his legacy continues to grow with every title defense.
To them under Khabib because of his strength and his control and the way that he manipulated you on the ground. I think Makhachev possesses a lot of those same type of qualities. Very similar when he gets you on the ground, but because he's a better striker, I feel he's even more dangerous than Khabib was during his prime. But
Ian Garry is fully confident he has the perfect blueprint to defeat Islam Makhachev. He points to his success against Southpaws, along with his height, reach, speed, and movement, as the biggest advantages in this fight. Garry believes he can defend Islam's takedowns, keep the contest standing, and repeatedly break him down with clean boxing from the outside. His strategy is simple: control the distance, punish Islam with sharp combinations, and prove he's the best welterweight in the world.
For me, I'm undefeated against Southpaws. He's a Southpaw. I have that. I know how to do it. I have the keys to victory against that. I'm longer, I'm taller, I'm faster than anybody he's ever faced, and I'm smarter than anybody he's ever stepped in there with. I am going to piece him up on the feet. I'm going to jab the mouth off him. I will make him lean off angles. He will shoot. I will defend the shot. I will stay on the feet, and I will crack him and crack him and crack him just like I did to Bilal today.
Luke Thomas believes Islam Makhachev operates on a completely different level from almost everyone else in MMA. He points to Islam's ability to dominate elite opponents with incredible speed, flawless timing, and mastery in every phase of fighting. According to Luke, even top-ranked fighters struggle to survive once Islam starts imposing his game. That's why he warns Ian Garry that beating Makhachev isn't just about stopping one weapon. It's about solving one of the most complete fighters in the sport today.
Islam, like that. Like that. Like it was fucking nothing. And they gave him 24 hours to prepare for the guy. Like nothing. Dude, what he can do, the mastery that he can lord over the division, even if I want to say the division hasn't had that proper turnover where the young guys coming up push out the old guys and all that stuff, even if I want to say that, the level of ability this guy has overall in terms of what he can do, the speed with which he can apply it, the phases and dimensions of the game over which he has mastery, where a top 10 guy in the world can't even make it out of the fucking round with him.
Garry insists there won't be any surprises when he steps into the octagon with Islam Makhachev. He says every training session is built around preparing for every possible path Islam could take, whether it's wrestling, scrambles, pressure, or striking exchanges. Garry believes mentally rehearsing every situation gives him confidence when fight night arrives. As the countdown continues, he says his preparation becomes sharper every week, and he's convinced he'll be ready for whatever Islam throws at him.
What could go wrong? What could he do right? Where could he try win the fight? How could he try win the fight? Is it going to be by taking me down and holding me down? Is it going to be by trying to cause chaos and make it a scramble and I have to be smart with my defense and move my feet and get out of the pocket? What are the ways that this person I'm fighting, I believe, could he try to take advantage of to win this fight? Once he does that, I train for all of them. So that in the fight, I know mentally, I've done it. And the closer to the fight, every week that gets closer, it's more and more and more.
As UFC 330 gets closer, the pressure keeps rising, and every media day exchange adds more fuel to this rivalry. Joe Rogan couldn't hide his reaction as the tension reached another level, proving this fight is becoming far more than just a battle for the belt. The trash talk is over, the respect is fading, and both men now have everything to lose inside the octagon. But when that cage door finally closes, only skill, composure, and heart will matter. The biggest questions will finally be answered, and one unforgettable moment could change both careers forever.